So in addition to adding logo, you may want to add a write-up to your video that you want to stray throughout the write-up. Maybe you are giving tips, maybe 3 tips on how to make money in 2023. And when you say number one, go and start a business, you want that write-up, number one, go and start a business to be there. So the way you do that is, first of all, make sure you are on the video frame or you are not on any frame at all. So on this middle area, just tap the black area to make sure you are not on any of the frame. Press this if it is showing add overlay, or maybe you've done something else and that is the menu it's showing. You just have to press the back button here and make sure you come to this main menu. And then what you do is that you click on test. So if you are opening the video for the first time, this menu at the bottom is what it's going to show. So you just click on test and then you click add test. When you click add test, you simply type in the test you want. So let's say the first thing I want to do is start a business. So that's what I want to add. Now this is the same thing you would do if you were adding caption. And what you would do is I just added the text and I click mark and done. Or maybe you may want to do other editing like making it bigger or changing the font style. What you would do is look at the bottom, look at the middle area. You see there's a video frame, there's that red frame, this red frame. When you click on that, make sure the border around it is showing. And then if it's showing, it means you are currently editing that frame. What you will do next is that you click on style. This item at the left, the right, sorry, AA style. Click on it and you'll be able to style the write-up. Let's start with changing the font. I can change it to this font and then click on style. What you will do is this on this second line that you have several T's, T, 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 click on the first T, which doesn't add the black stroke around it. And then that is basically all. If you want to increase the size, you can change the size like this by clicking on that size slider or reduce the size depending on what you want. And yes, what else you can notice, maybe you want the text to be big, but even though it's getting bigger, it is going outside the video. If you want each of the words to be on its own line, you tap this area here where the write-up is, then you have to manually press this enter button on the keyboard to make each of them on their own line. So you can see each of them are now on their own line, and I can now move it to where I want it to be in the video, and I click mark and done. That is not all. Maybe this start a business, like I mentioned, is maybe is the number one tip you want to mention. So let me click one. So by the way, if you want to quickly edit the text, you can just tap it on the video just like I did. I don't want a, so this is better start a business. So click done. So maybe I'm giving a video on 3 tips to start making money in 2023, and I want the first tip to be start a business. But that start a business, the write-up, I want it to show only when I say that sentence, start a business. Maybe I'm saying it in the middle of the video, and all you just simply have to do is drag the text, drag the start a business to where the that sentence, where you mention that sentence in the video. Take note of the different timer. If you are not satisfied or if you don't know where exactly you said it, you can press the play button here. And when you press the play button, when you get to that point where you say what you want to add as a write-up, maybe where that point that I say start a business, you will pause the video and you see this white line in this middle area, this white line. You have to make sure that you are moving, press and hold, tap the start a business, make sure the border is around it, then press and drag it to the starting of that white line. So that white line is indicating, that white line is what will pause the video and it's indicating where I made that statement in. So that is where I'm going to place my text. In case you don't want to use the white line or you don't want to play the video, all you can simply do is take note of the exact second you said that thing you want to add the text to. And look at this area here where you see the different timing. So if you notice, the part I'm adding the text to is the 5th second. This is why I'm seeing the second, and I'm also seeing it here between 04 and 06. I know it's the 5th second. So when you know exactly the time or the second that you say what you need to write as a text, you just simply move your text to that area and make sure the starting of the red line or whatever color your text is, the starting of this frame is on the same place. And then if you want to add more text, maybe the first tip I gave is start a business, and the second tip I want to give is pray to God. What I simply do, the same thing we did the last time, click on add test. No, let me start from the beginning again. You can click on test here. You can click on add test. And then I can add the second test, which is pray to God. Of course, if you want to make money in 2022, you have to do more than pray to God, but let me just add that as a tip. And then you can immediately change the style if you want. But if you notice, it will already have the previous style that you applied for the previous test. So you might not need to do much. I'll click mark as done. And then if you notice, it is in exactly the same place. Go the write-up for step 1. Let me tap on that to edit again, which is supposed to be number 2. Go the write-up for step 2 and step 1 on the same place. And what you want to do is that you want to look at the frames in this middle area. Make sure the write-up for start a business is not overlapping the one for pray to God. If you notice, half of it is overlapping down the same line. So what you want is a situation where you drag this guy and move it to its own starting point. So I want it to start just, so if you accidentally click away from a video and those guys are not showing again, all you simply have to do is look at them here. You can tap on them, but if they are not working, what you can do is click on the test again, and you'll see all the test layers. These are the test layers. If you notice, start a business, look at that red rectangle for start a business. Immediately that red rectangle for start a business stops. That's where my pray to God starts. So that's where I want it to be. But if you also notice the ending of the video, this is, look at the white line, that's where the video ends. But my pray to God is still continuing. So what I want to do is, I don't want it to continue showing even after a video has ended. I will tap on this guy, then I will drag the ending back. It's still not where I want it. Tap on it, make sure the white border is showing. Drag it back. That's exactly where I want it to end. So notice if you play the video, although that is not what I'm saying in the video anyway. I'm not saying how you can make money in 2022, but this is what happens. The
So what I
video
want to
starts,
test out today's video
it
is
gets to that point, say
how
starts
much
a business,
performance can
and
I
then it gets
remove
to the other
using
point, says
CapCut?
press record. So this is how you add the write-up to your video. Now there are some cases where you may want the write-up to be throughout the video. So let me add a new test. Click on add test. You can't find the add test, it's usually on the option at the bottom. And then I will say how to make money in 2022. So once again, I'm going to manually bring it to a new line. And then what I will do is I will click on style, reduce the size a bit, and then I want it to be at the top so that you will know the topic of what I'm saying. But this time I want this write-up to be throughout the video. So all I have to do is click mark as done. And then here at the bottom where I have how to make money, I would simply click on, let me tap on that again. At the bottom, yeah, scroll on the options at the bottom. Make sure you are tapping the border around the text you want is showing. And what you will do is click on lasting text. Look for lasting text. So if you don't see it immediately, you see our text, click copy text to page. If you don't see it immediately, the menu at your bottom, you have to scroll right to see more options. And then look for lasting text. And when you click on lasting text, that automatically makes it stay throughout the video. So when the video starts and when the video ends, to be there. And if you look at your bottom middle area, you will notice that that frame, this guy, how to make money in 2022, the red rectangle is throughout, is starting and stopping the same time with the video. So that's how you make the text stay throughout the video. So this is basically how you add text to your Canva video. You can try this for different things. You can try it if you're giving tutorials. You can try it if maybe you forgot to say something in a video and you want to add a write-up to it, just explain what was happening in that point of the video.